Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to talk about how to make the perfect backswing in terms of how the left arm works. All right guys, so let's talk about the backswing, how to make a perfect backswing, and how the left arm works. Now, there's really two main parts that I want to talk about in terms of how the left arm works. If we look at backswing and some of our previous videos and what we're talking about, really the two main pieces are number one, how much does your arm rotate or not rotate? So when I go back, should I rotate my arm a lot? Should I not rotate my arm a lot? Or should I find some kind of middle ground? That's one thing, arm rotation. And the second part is depth of the arm. How far, in across my chest? How much around me should my left arm go? Should it work more up this way? Should my arm work more in? Should I go in between? How does that work? So really the left arm has two main roles there, two main functions. One of them is the rotation piece, and one of them is how far across your chest versus how vertical it goes, okay? So let's start with the rotation piece. How much should I rotate my arm during my backswing, okay? If I take a normal setup, arm rotation has a lot to do with the backswing plane. What I mean is the more I rotate my left arm, all else equal, so think kind of back of my left hand would be towards the target. If I rotate or pronate my left arm like this, then my back of my hand will be up towards the target, or up towards the sky rather. So back of hand towards the target, back of hand towards the sky, that's pronation, that's arm rotation. The more I rotate that arm, assuming neutralish grip, on the way back, what happens? Three things happen. Number one, the more I rotate my left arm during the backswing, the more open the club face. That also then means the less I rotate my arm during the backswing, the more closed my club face. So if you're watching this and you want to open your club face for some unknown reason, because I wouldn't do that, you would rotate your your arm more. Face would get more open. If you wanted to close your club face more, probably a good idea, you would not rotate your arm as much. How would you not rotate your arm? You would make your hand move in space towards the camera without rotating. That's it, just like this. Back of hand stays towards the target. Okay, that's part number one, it opens the face. Part two is it dictates where the club goes relative to my hands. If I rotate my arm a lot, pronate it, the club head goes where? Inside or outside of my hands? It goes inside of my hands. So if you want your club head to work inside more, for some other unknown reason, because I wouldn't do that either, you would rotate your arm more. If you want to have the club head more outside, you would rotate your arm less, okay? Less arm rotation, club head more outside. How do you rotate your arm less? You move your hand away from you without rotating it. Nothing fancy. That's number two. The third part is it dictates the plane of your backswing. That is, if I rotate my arm the most, the plane of the club would be more horizontal or flat. More arm rotation, more flat. If I make a backswing and I rotate my arm less, the club goes more vertical. So less arm rotation, club goes more vertical. Let's go over that one more time. If I rotate my arm the most, my club face opens the most, the club head goes inside my hands the most, and the club goes the most flat or horizontal. More arm rotation gets you all three of those or a combination. If I make a backswing where I don't rotate my arms as much, the club face is more closed, the club head's more outside my hands, and the plane of the shaft is more vertical. 90% of you watching this should have less arm rotation, should get the club head more outside, the club face more closed and more vertical. 90%. Probably not a lot of you looking that way. So what's the perfect amount? Well, somewhere in the middle, right? So if I come back, how much forearm rotation should I have? You should have enough so that from address to the takeaway position, the club head is even with or just outside your hands. You should have enough where the club face is just slightly turned down. And you should have enough where when you get to lead arm parallel, the shaft is more towards vertical than horizontal. How many degrees per second is that? Doesn't matter. If you make a backswing and you're too flat and you want to go more vertical, what do you need to do? You need to make a backswing and feel less arm rotation. How much less arm rotation? However much less you need to do until you see it look like that. You guys catching my drift with this? So feel that out and check those. Arm rotation, that's the first part, okay? The second part is depth of the arms and hands. When I make a backswing, should I get that really far across my body or really far up? Well, this one's more kind of straightforward. You should kind of go right in between. Should be about 45 degrees. So by the time I get to the top of my backswing, I would like my left arm to be more or less on my shoulder plane. So when I come back, I'm gonna go pretty neutral. So if you were to measure good players and you kind of looked at the butt of the club at the top of their swing, how far back or forward is it? Where is it in space? Most really good players at the top of the swing, the butt of the club, if we were to measure that, is somewhere between the middle of their right foot and their right heel. So somewhere in there, okay? What's the primary dictator of that is how deep or how far across your left arm goes. So if you go up and your butt of your club is on the toe line, my left arm hasn't gone in hardly at all. That's probably too vertical for most of you. Can Bubba Watson and some other guys, Brooks Koepka, get more vertical in play? Yes. You are not Bubba Watson or Brooks Koepka. We're gonna go back and get it pretty darn normal. Can some guys like Jason Duffner get super deep like this and play good? Yes. You again, not Jason Duffner. We're gonna go from here and we're gonna get it pretty neutral. So what do you need to feel? What do you need to feel? If you come up and you watch a video, right? And that's part of the thing. I don't know what you need to feel if I can't see your swing. You don't know what you need to feel if you can't see your swing. So you need to watch your swing and you need to look at where am I? Okay, I am too low and around me. Okay, so I need to feel higher. How do I do that? I need to feel higher. How much? Until you get to that point and play around with it and watch it. You have to watch it. You have to have feedback on it. So there's no secret magic here. There's no, hey, feel like your arm does this and it'll be perfect. No, you need to find out where you are. If you're too far deep, feel up more. If you're too far up, feel deeper. How do you judge that? Judge that on two things. One, where's the butt of the club? If it is in line with the middle of your foot to your heel, you're fine, leave it alone, okay? If it is deeper than that, there's some different things. Maybe you have too much body turn, but probably too deep back there typically is gonna create some problems coming down. So I probably, if you're too deep, would feel like your left arm goes a little bit more vertical, a little bit more this way, and not as deep when you go back. If you go back and you're too deep like this, then you gotta feel some amount in, play around with it, okay? So the only other part that I wanna say with the left arm in amount is most people that I see, I find, feel the need to make their left arm, they think they need to be really connected and really deep, and I see a lot of people overdo that. When you measure the players, Athletic Motion Golf's another YouTube channel. If you guys haven't checked them out, you should. They're really good, and they have some things where they measure these pieces. And a lot of the left arm, when they go back, there's more lift to the left arm of better players typically than amateur players. So really good players, their left arm's going more vertical than most of you guys think. Again, some of you guys go too vertical and need to go deeper, blah, blah, blah. Two things with the arm. How much does it rotate? How much does it go up versus in? Find middle grounds. Those are some reference points to look within. Find out where you are, make the adjustment on the opposite side. I'm not gonna give you drills because I'm not trying to fix one or the other. This is just what should happen and how to start working on it. So I hope that makes sense. If you guys have any questions, as always, just leave us a comment down below. Hey guys, if you like this video, please do me a favor and click the like button down below. Click the notification bell if you haven't. Also, please subscribe if you haven't already. For those of you who want more premium content, check out cogornogolf.com. The link is in the description down below. Thank you guys. Hi, I'm Eric Cogorno. We're excited to share Cogorno Golf with you guys. Here's some of what you'll get. First, an on-demand video library of over 100 instructional videos that cover everything. I'm talking setup, backswing, downswing, impact, short game, putting, and much more. Premium members will also have access to exclusive over-the-shoulder lessons where you'll watch me working on the lesson tee one-on-one with a student live. I'll be helping students not only through mechanical elements, but also through feels and drills they'll need to improve. We're providing a wide array of content, tools, and interaction points to help you get better. Plans will be starting at $19 per month.